Hello everyone. Welcome to the CareerTrek's YouTube channel. In this tutorial series, we will be studying SQL right from the basics, and we will keep our discussion centric towards the requirement of SQL to become a data analyst or a business analyst. So this tutorial is ideal for anyone who wants to learn right from the basics and is aiming to become either a data analyst or a business analyst. As we all know, SQL is the key requirement in majority of the companies for the data analyst role. So let us start. Before we start with SQL, we need to know more about data and where the data is stored. So as we all know, the data gets stored in a database. So what is this database? Database is an organized collection of structured information or data, typically stored electronically in a computer system. And how do we manage the data? So a data is usually controlled by a database management system or DBMS. So a database can be of various types. The database that we will be dealing with in this tutorial series will be a relational database. So that's about the database. Moving ahead with SQL. SQL or structured query language is a programming language designed for managing data in a relational database. So what is a relational database? Relational database are the databases in which the data is stored in the form of rows and columns. So SQL is a programming language which is used for accessing, cleaning and analyzing data that's stored in a relational database or in the form of rows and columns. Moving ahead, now we need to know what are things that we can do in SQL and what are the different types of commands used in SQL. So as we have already seen, to manage the data in a database, we need SQL or structured query language. So the different type of commands in SQL can be broadly divided into 5 subcategories. So the first type of commands are data definition language. From the name itself, we get to know that it is used to define the data or the structure of the data in a database. So using DDL or data definition language, we can create a table or we can delete, truncate or alter the table. The next type of command is data manipulation language. By the word manipulate, we get to know that it's used to manipulate the data which is already stored in a database. So using these commands, we can either insert, delete or update the data which is already there in a relational database table. Then we have DCL or data control language. So DCL includes commands such as grant or revoke, which mainly deals with the rights, permission and other controls of the database system. And then we have the TCL or transaction control language, which deals with the transactions happening within the database. And then we have the DQL or the data query language, which is used to query a database or to get the required data from a database. So as a data analyst, our day-to-day responsibility will be to extract the data from the database and then perform required analysis on the same. Therefore, extracting the data or querying the database will be the key responsibility for a data analyst. So going forward in this tutorial series, we will be studying about the DQL or the data query language in greater detail. So this video was a basic introduction about the SQL database and the things that we will be studying going forward in the series. See you in the next video. Till then, if you like the video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe the channel. Thank you.